Welcome back to the Rebellious Reviews. My name is Terrell, and today's movie is going to be focused on 2021's The United States versus Billie Holiday. And the synopsis of the movie is focused on singer Billie Holiday is being targeted by the FBI, who wants her to stop singing her controversial song Strange Fruit, which is basically talking about all of the things, all the horrible things that is happening to black people and everything, with the lynches, people getting killed for no reason, just cops, people, KKK, just how the injustices that black people are facing. And this is my review on the movie. If you don't like what I have to say about it, then you can just exit out the video. And here it is. This movie, when I first saw it and everything, when I first heard about it, I originally did not have any intentions of watching the movie just because I didn't know much. I don't know much about who Billie Holiday is. I really did not know much about her at all, and that is a shame on me. And then when I saw that Lee Daniels was directing it, I got a little bit worried because if you know who Lee Daniels is, then you know that Lee Daniels is a weird individual to me. Like, yeah, he was the executive producer of Empire, but you know how Empire, good quality, just deteriorated every season, ever since season 1. So the movie, to me, it was pretty interesting, but just sad, like really sad at the same time. What I liked about the movie was, first and foremost, I think the actors did a really good job. Andra Day, who played the respective Billie Holiday, I think she did a good job and everything, as she sang like her. She definitely acted like her and everything. Like, whenever she was in the scenes and all, I just felt as if she was taking it seriously. Like, she wasn't trying to like fake it or whatever. To me, this movie did not have any bad acting. Like, I didn't find anybody annoying. I didn't find anyone to be like acting all kinds of like horrible or whatever. And that is what I have to say about the actors. Like, Andra Day, good job. All the other cast members as well, y'all did good too. The visual effects in the movie, like the cinematography, like how everything was like brought to life with the visuals. I thought that was really nice, really beautiful, because it made it feel like you was in the 1940s and everything. You made it feel like you could just feel like it was in the 1940s. You can just feel the times that Billie Holiday and her bandmates were living in, because 1940s and 50s were a crazy time, different time and everything. And what I didn't like about this movie was the plot itself. Like, do not get me wrong, there was some good things about the plot, but to me, how it was executed, how it was executed on screen just made it horrible to me. Like, the editing on this movie was questionable as well, with how transitions from one scene to another happened. Like, I think they did a little bit too much with it and all. Like, I understand you trying to like make a point, but you didn't have to do all of that with all like the special effects from transitioning to like one scene to another. And it wasn't like that throughout the entire movie, but it was in there for like a good majority of the time. I think this movie was somewhat like a little bit too long. Like, there was like a lot of things that they pushed into this movie. I guess they were trying to like make a point or whatever. Like, a 2-hour movie. I do like long movies, but if it's good, then it'll be good. But if it's horrible, then I don't want to watch it for that long. But I stayed through it because the ending, like the last half of the movie, was really depressing to me when Billie Holiday was just going through a lot, and I do mean a lot, in her personal life and everything, and how in her dying days, she was still being targeted by the FBI for drugs and everything, who didn't want her to sing that song, Strange Fruit. And that is probably the most frustrating part about that was during the ending when the credits rolled through with what happened after she had passed, and during like her last days of living when she was about to die, that she had gotten arrested due to FBI playing drugs on her. Like, that was just disgusting to read. Like, that really just pissed me off. And the FBI in this movie, like, I understand that they was trying to make her stop singing that song, and I understand that they was coming for her and everything. But to me, I felt as if like the FBI was just in the backbone of the movie. Like, you still seen the FBI, but you just didn't see him that much. Like a good majority of the movie was just focused on Billie Holiday and her troubled life and everything. And that's what I really didn't like about the movie, because I thought that the FBI would have had like a bigger impact on her life, like, than what they did. And her life itself was just horrible to read, like horrible to see. Like, when she was young, like, her mom was selling her body. She wanted her to make money on her own. Like, she was just dealt with like a bad hand. And the people that she was dating, they didn't help. Like, they was beating on her, like slapping her and everything, except for Jimmy Fletcher. Like, in the beginning of what he did, I thought what he did to her in the very beginning of the movie was horrible. But as time went on, I started to like his character, as he didn't mean no harm, as he was just trying to make it into the world of the FBI, trying to become like somebody that would be remembered as first black agent and everything. But the FBI didn't care about him, and you saw that. But out of all, this movie was interesting to me, in my opinion. Had it been like better, had it been like edited better, maybe some scenes did get cut out, and how maybe if the FBI had like came at her more, like, the FBI shouldn't have came at her in the first place. But still, I just felt as if like the FBI was just not there enough. But this is what happened, and her story is sad, but this movie was like trying to like fill in all the gaps, and I think they did too much. I think they did too much and everything. And how I would rate this movie out of like 5 stars. This movie is like a maybe 2.7 out of 3 stars, 2.75 out of 5 stars. That is how I would rate this movie. Like, it's not bad, but it's just disappointing at the same time, because they could have done a lot better with this movie. I'm not faulting the actors, because the actors, they did their absolute best, and you can't blame them. But that is it for this review. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and comment. Please give me some suggestions on what I should do next. And if you didn't like this video, then more power to you. Then get the F off my video and off my channel. Until next time, goodbye.